Hello, I'm Alexandra and welcome back to my channel. This month I'm doing 30 videos in 30 days to celebrate the fact that I'm turning 30. And today's video is about a writer that I absolutely love, Kristin Hannah. She's incredible. I'm sitting beside... Oh no! I dropped a book. Okay, so Kristin Hannah has been writing since 1991 and has since published 25 books, on which I own, if my count is correct, 16 books, which I've read 15 of them. 15 of them. I just realized there's another book that I've read that I don't own. So I've read 16 books out of her 25 books. So, when she started writing, Kristin Hannah was writing historical romance. Trying to get all of them. I think I dropped one on the floor. I'll be back. Okay, so when I was getting set up for this video, I put all the books on my chair, and then when I sat, I realized that there's too many books. Anyways, historical romance. I have read 3 of them. They are actually very good. I feel like she can write historical romance as good as the rest of her work. So I have read Once in Every Life. It says Tess Gregory is a woman who has been given a miraculous second chance at life. Jack is a man who abandoned hope long ago. Imprisoned by savage memories, he believes he has nothing to offer anyone, especially a woman like Tess, who dares to ask for the impossible, his love. That was nice. Then we have If You Believe. It says Maria Throckmorton was hiding from a past filled with scandal. Mad Dog Stone was a driver looking for a few days' work. He walked into her life, threatening Maria's peace of mind and stirring emotion she tried to hide. Their love was born against all odds, difficult to count on, impossible to hold together. They would learn the bittersweet truth that love only exists if you believe. This is kind of like fantasy in the sense that the woman went back in time and then she met the guy, so you know, impossible love. Then we have When Lightning Strikes. Oh no, I got confused with those two. It's this one. It says romance writer Elena Costanza is giving up on dreams and fairy tales. Then one stormy night, she is suddenly plunged back in time to the wild western world of her newest novel. Disoriented and disbelieving, she is kidnapped by her own character, a ruthless outlaw known as Killian. Anyways, these 3, very good. I just realized that if I read all of them, it's gonna take me forever. So anyways, historical romance by Kristin Hannah, so good. But now, let's talk about the rest of the books. So we'll go one by one. I don't know in which order they were published, but I'll try to finish with her newest work. So we have Home Again by Kristin Hannah. Why do I say by Kristin Hannah? Of course I'm talking about her. This video is all about her. So this is following Madeline and Angel DeMarco. Anyways, it's more romance, this one. Again, she like kind of evolved historical romance, and historical fiction. So, you know, we have Summer Island. In this we're following blah 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 Nora and Ruby. This is not romance, I guess. It's a mom and her daughter. So very good. I'm gonna finish also by the books I prefer by her, because then we have Distant Shores. In this you're following Elizabeth and Jackson. But yeah, there's a bunch of things happening. They got married young and then things have happened, and you know, it's again romance. Then we have The Things We Do for Love. You're following Angela and Lauren. Okay. Anyways, it's romance but also more contemporary fiction, I would say, based on this. I don't remember what this one was about, so you know. Then we have Comfort and Joy, and this you're following Joy and Daniel. So this is just straight up romance. yeah, then we have Between Sisters. You're following Megan and her sister Claire. There's a bunch of things happening. I actually really enjoyed this one. I think it was so well done. I have a collection. It's Distant Shores, Between Sisters, and Magic Hour. And this book was in this, but like a shorter version, and I enjoyed it so much I wanted to read the full version. So really enjoyed this. I also have this. And then I think we're moving on with her newer work. Let me just check. This one is not new. Last one before we talk about books that you probably know. This is Winter Garden. This was more like slow-paced romance. I enjoyed it, but not as much as other books, so there we go. Before I talk about these books, this is the book I own I haven't read. It's on Mystic Lake. It says, Annie Coldwater's husband has just confessed that he's in love with a younger woman, and on the same day their only daughter goes off to college. Devastated and alone, Annie returns to her small Pacific Northwest hometown, where she is reunited with her first love, Nick Delacroix, a recent widower who is unable to cope with his silent, emotionally scared young daughter. As the three of them begin to heal, and Annie believes she'd be giving a second chance at happiness, her world is turned upside down again, and she is forced to make a choice that no woman in love should ever have to make. I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy this a lot. I just realized that in December I finished a book by her called Angel Falls. You can watch my advent calendar that I published in January, but I enjoyed that one. It was just too religious, so apparently I own another book. I have too many books. As you can see, I have like 900 books, so sometimes I get lost. Okay. I'm trying to choose which one to talk. We'll talk about Firefly Lane. You know what happened with this? I listened to an audiobook by Kristin Hannah, and I realized I was actually listening to the second book of a series. And the thing is, Kristin Hannah doesn't write series except this one. I really enjoyed I've lost my ears. I enjoyed the second book. The first book, not that much, surprisingly. I tried to watch the TV show also and did not enjoy it. But, you know. What is my favorite book by her? I think it's this one. Okay, we'll finish. The Great Alone is about a woman in Alaska. And she's a domestic violence survivor. It's all about that. It's very dark. Very dark. Yeah, compared to the other books, this is like the 4 books I am left with are very dark. So this is historical fiction. Is it? Maybe not. Contemporary fiction. Anyways, enjoy that. Very dark. It's not for everyone. I don't think everyone should read it because it's just too dark. Then we have, I think this is probably our most popular book. It's The Nightingale. This is historical fiction. World War II. You're following a bunch of people in France and all over. It's very good. This was the first book I've read by her, and I loved it so much that I read everything else. So, you know. Then we have The Four Winds. This is also historical fiction. It's during just after the First World War, and the US, people having struggled to eat, take care of farms, and yeah, the woman, what happens to her broke me. If you have read it, you know what I'm talking about, but it broke me. Then we have the last book she has published, I think. Anyways, it's the last book I've read by her. Second to last. Anyways, The Woman. Incredible. And this, you're following this woman who goes to war, the Vietnam War. And it's the first time women were actually in a war for the US. And so many things happened to her. Anyways, loved this book. For sure my favorite. Now that I've talked about all the rest, it's incredible. If you have to read one book by Kristin Hannah, this would have to be it. So yeah, really enjoyed it. So yeah, I love Kristin Hannah. I think she's incredible, and if you haven't read anything by her, start now, because you're not, like, you have to read her. She's incredible. But yeah, so this is it for this writer spotlight on Kristin Hannah. Tomorrow I'm gonna talk about books that made me cry, so we'll see how that goes. That was my cat, as I said in the beginning of this month. I have a cat that's absolutely crazy, so crazy. So yeah, this is it for today. Thank you for watching. If you want to follow along, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.